Welcome to the team call. It is Thursday, February 12th, second week into February, and you all are rocking it. So far this month, Success Club point earners off the charts. It's pretty amazing to see what, the kind of, it's like what's left over from January and all of the momentum that was going in January is here in February. I know there are a lot of people that have this crazy fire going, and rank advancements today were pretty amazing to see in Team Resurrection. It seriously felt like every 5 minutes there was a new one coming through. So congratulations to all of you who did rank advance this week. And for those of you who have hit Success Club already in the month of February, we're 12 days in, so we still have a way to go. And for those of you on a cup challenge, congratulations. If you are, working with another team, working to really earn Success Club, that's amazing. Keep up the good work. And I'm going to give you a few tips at the end of this call to really just stay focused on you and get your momentum going and get you to where you want to be personally instead of worrying about and comparing yourself to everyone else. But before we get started, we're going to hear from Miss Holly and hear what she has to say about her dreams and what Beachbody has done for her, why she joined, and where she sees herself going with Beachbody. So, Holly, whenever you're ready, you can unmute yourself.
Hi, can you hear me? All right, thank you. And my last name is McCausland. Sorry, I just saw that in the chat box. I'm glad to be on here. I just wanted to say I've been watching and enjoying watching other people's dreams and what they're doing with the Dream Builders, and it's really inspiring to me just to see everyone's hopes and where they're going with the business. I actually became a coach just about 8 months ago. I started in June. I had a revelation whenever I went to the fitting room. I had actually gotten a gift card last year for Christmas and my birthday from my mom, and I wanted to get like a tweed skirt suit to wear for work, and I was very excited, and I went to the fitting room, and I got rather depressed as it went on because I had to keep going up in sizes like 3 different times. So that was it. That was my commitment moment. I'm like, that's it. So instead I decided I'm going to buy a workout outfit and I'm going to make some changes in my life. So I had been doing Zumba still. I still do it twice a week. And my Zumba instructor is also certified in Insanity. So I said to her, may I borrow your CDs? I think I need it more than twice a week. And that's when I cut out pop and all the junk food and everything. And that's what really helped me on my journey. But so she let me borrow the Insanity DVDs. And it was tough going at first, let me tell you, for that to be your first program ever. But I did see results. And that was what was so exciting. Each time I did the fit test, I was getting stronger and I was able to do even more. My husband, at the time, whenever I told him I was thinking about becoming a coach, this took several months for me to build up to that. But he was starting to see that I was making progress, but he wasn't on board with putting money into it. And he said, "Oh, I don't think that's right. I don't think it'll work for you." But eventually I won him over. And that's what the exciting thing is. He actually joined just recently as a coach on my team, and he has lost 54 pounds. And I'll get to it a little bit further, but I'm starting to work on fulfilling some of my dreams with having him get out of his job that he works crazy hours. He works shift work. He works 5 days of daylight, so 8 to 4 p.m. And he has a good commute. He has to leave 2 hours before his start time to get to work. And he has 1 day off, and then he works 4 p.m. to midnight, so I don't see him on those days because I am a second grade teacher. I have a 35-minute commute myself. I teach in Punxsutawney. And then he has 1 day off, and he works midnight to 8 a.m. And some days they tell him you're working mandatory doubles, or more often than not anymore, it's 12-hour shifts, and he's just tired of it. He makes really good money, but that's not what's important to us, So he, I did the insanity and saw some great results. And my coach at the time had said, well, why don't you try Shakeology? And my dad had lost a good bit of weight on a shake plan. I think he used MetaFast or something, and he lost a lot of weight, but he ended up gaining it all back. And I thought, no, I'm just going to do this with just eating healthy with fruits and vegetables. And I did Brazil butt lift then. And then I decided, you know what, Beachbody hasn't steered me wrong yet. I'm going to go ahead and try Shakeology finally. This was in last May. And I tried it and I was hooked. I was surprised. My energy levels went through the roof. I know the summer before I was exhausted in the afternoons. I would nap every other day. Now I didn't need to do it at all anymore. I was just able to enjoy my kids and not be tired at the end of the day. And I could still get my workout in and do all the things that I love to do. So it was just a game changer for me. And although my husband still, I hadn't sold him on becoming a coach, I said, I'm going to make this work. And if his big objection is that it's too expensive, I'm going to become a coach so that I can get my Shakeology paid for. And so that's what I did. And I've had some friends join me, and I'm very excited. That's what I'm most thrilled about, is building up my team and helping them to see success also. Sorry. I'm really excited, but I'm also nervous. So I bought Pio and 21 Day Fix. It's a good thing I became a coach, because I fell in love with the workouts and I like something about each of the different workouts, and I've done them all. And saw really good results from that too. And finally, Nick decided to come along with me, and he became a coach also. And he has lost 54 pounds. And actually, he recently got his CDL. It was a week ago from today, for trucking school, which he would love to drive truck. He said that way he'd be able to sleep at night, because he doesn't hardly sleep working the hours that he works. He actually verbally accepted a job yesterday. So I'm very excited for him. He's thrilled. And since he has lost the weight, he just seems to be a happier person overall. I mean, I know he said he got a sick feeling in the pit of his stomach whenever he used to go to work, and he dreaded it, but he just seemed to be a happier person, and he wasn't exercising before all the time, and he's just happier overall. And that's, I guess, one of my big reasons was just to have better relationships with people. And I think Beachbody actually even did that for me. So if we're going back to my whys, I actually have my list from when I started. Tell me I can't do something, and I see that as a challenge. So if he didn't think it was going to work, I was going to prove to him it would. So this is what I started with, and I'm on track for some of these. I said that I would inspire people to realize their true value and how precious they are as children of God. My faith is very important to me. That's why I'm involved in a lot of things. I'm a youth group leader, the Sunday school teacher coordinator. I wear many hats, second grade teacher, Cub Scouts leader. I might be helping start up a Boy Scout troop next year. That's in the works now, you name it. But it's all about, being with people. I will pay off debt, student loans, house, and my car. And my husband is really good at saving money, a little more so than I am. But we have paid off our car, and so we're well on our way. I would like to also support mission work more and possibly go on a trip again myself, or help others to do so. I haven't gone on a trip since I've had my kids, but I wouldn't give up my time with them either. And I put a little check mark beside number 4 here. I said I will go to Summit in Nashville next year by earning success starters. And I did that. And actually, Nick even got his ticket to go too. So I'm very thrilled. And this will actually be our first ever vacation that we go anywhere ever without the kids. So, and even whenever he went to take this new job, he told them, listen, I need off from this day to this day, because my wife and I are driving to this thing and we need this time off. So I'm very pleased that he's, putting that he sees the value in that too. And so another one of my goals is I want to make enough money with Beachbody to deposit some money in each of my 3 children's savings accounts twice a year. I would like to pay for a little vacation for myself this year. And I would like to go to Walt Disney World. We went once as a family, and I would like to go one more time before my kids are grown up. And I'm working on this one, making enough money that Nick won't have to work so many hours or shift work. He laughs when I say I want to earn enough myself so that he can have a hobby job that he enjoys. And right now, this job that he's looking into taking, he drives on the road for 6 days and he's home for 2. So that's good. But there are a couple jobs in the area where he could be home every night, like working for a local gas company or garbage truck where he can be home every evening, but you need 2 years experience. So I'm working up to that. And that's what my prayer is that will happen, so we can have even more time together. I'd also like to help my personally sponsored coaches become Emerald. Hi, honey. Within 2 months. And I had the original goal that I would like to be Diamond myself in March of 2015. So that's right around the corner. With everything going on, I could push it back a month, but it's still one of my big goals because I want to help my coaches to be successful also. This is really long term. I would like to say that when my kids are grown up, I can be like the babysitter who is there for them if they need to go do things. I want to be the awesome grandma, but they're still young. My youngest is only in 2nd grade. And I always want to help my students, I teach 2nd grade, to help them feel valued in spite of their circumstances or their home life, and to help them realize that they can do anything that they really work for. The school that I'm at has a very high poverty rate, and we have all the emotional support students also. Actually, 5 of my 19 students are emotional support, and I think this year it's 83% receive free and reduced lunch. So there's a lot of need there and a lot of behavior. So it can be exhausting. But those are kind of my goals and the things that I'm helping to get out of it. Just this past week, I started a blog. And I guess just one of the things I wanted to share, some days I feel like I'm putting so much work into it and I only get a hit here and there where people are like, oh yeah, that's really good. People are liking things. But I don't know if it's enough to make a difference or to advance my business. But I just want to encourage you that it will happen. I actually had 2 people just message me today. The one was just a friend from high school. And I said, thank you for liking my video that I had posted on my Facebook page. And she said, I've actually secretly been following you for a long time. And my coach in Minnesota doesn't really get back with me. And I would just love to possibly join your team. What do you think about that? And I said, this is perfect timing. I would love to have you. And another friend that I know through the school that I work with, she just said, what do you think about 21 Day Fix? I'm like, oh, I love that program. And it's just people that if you're just posting about it and if you're consistent, they will come up to you and ask you for it. So I have quite a few dreams and things I would still like to accomplish, but I think I'm getting there. And as long as I remember, and this is kind of lecturing myself, to step back and take my time to do the things that are important, not to be busy for the sake of being busy, but to enjoy where I'm at and spend time with my loved ones, I think. So.
Awesome. I love it. And I usually ask, what's your 3 to 5 year goal? But you kind of touched on all of that because you want to, debt free, but you want your husband to be present. You want him to be able to love what he's doing and to be home. So I think you hit on those. Do you have any other 3 to 5 year goals that you want to use your Beachbody earnings for other than what you said?
Paying off debt was the main thing. And Nick had to rub it in a little bit that my student loan debt is almost just as high as paying off everything, which is very exciting to me because we got an addition and everything. So those are the biggest things, and just more time with family. And I want to help build up my coaches also. So that's pretty much my goals for right now.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing and going outside of your comfort zone. I know it took a lot for you to, get on and just verbalize your goals with everyone. So thank you for sharing them with us.
Thank you.
So I'm going to roll right into our tips because, I love when you guys share your goals with us. And then I come at you and I say, what are your 3 to 5 year goals? Because when you make your goals, you want them to be SMART goals. And so tip number 1 is creating a dream board. So if you haven't done so yet this year, I want you to go on to, you can use PicMonkey, you can use an app on your phone, you can really use anything. But on this board, I want you to have 10 things that you want to accomplish in the year of 2015. So what do you want to accomplish from today until December 31st? And write those 10 things on there and make a picture of it. Make it a visual so that you can have it at your face every single day. I know I put my dream board on my screensaver. Currently, my screensaver is Cancun in the Moon Palace because we are going there so soon. So that's like where my eye is. But once we come back, my dream board will go back up and I will see what I want to accomplish in 2015. So make your dream board, have it around you, even if it's like a poster board and you cut out magazine pieces and put it on there. 10 things that you want to accomplish this year and have it in your face all the time. So that's number one. And part of that, when you set goals, you always have to set goals. So if you have a goal of hitting Emerald and you hit Emerald and you're like, okay, so I hit Emerald, I'm done. No, you now have to replace that goal with something else. What's the next step? Ruby. What's the next step from there? Diamond. A lot of people don't hit Ruby. A lot of people don't even put it on their dream board because Diamond is so much closer. Because really, once you hit Ruby, you need typically 4 more coaches. But most people, once they hit, once they hit Emerald, they go straight for Diamond. So whatever that goal is, go ahead and up it. If it is to pay off, you have this dream and this goal to pay off debt. Have your debt there, and once you pay something off, cross it off and put whatever the next amount of debt is that you want to pay off. Every time you hit a goal, add another one to your goal board. You always have to have your eye on the prize. So, if it's a rank advancement and you hit Diamond and then you want to help one of your coaches hit Diamond, then that goes on your dream board. That is your goal. No matter what your goal is, it can be a big goal of, being elite this year and you're only a Diamond coach. That is perfect. That is awesome. That's something that you can do if you put your mind to it. Or it can be something as small as, helping 2 of my coaches hit Diamond. Those are things that are big goals for you, especially at the beginning of the year, but they're reachable. They're things that you can obtain. You can do it. There is no doubt in my mind that anything you all set your minds to, you can achieve in this business. So when you're sitting down and writing your goals out, make sure you have the SMART goals, specific, exactly down to the detail of how much debt, where that debt is from. If it's your car, what is the name of the bank that you are paying every single month? Like specific goals. From there, you want them to be measurable. You want them to be an amount, a time. So if it's Diamond, add 5 more coaches so I can hit Diamond. Or add 2 more Emeralds. Help 2 of my coaches reach Emerald so that I can go Diamond. That's that measurable of what you want to achieve. Or if it's debt, pay $10,000 to my Great Lakes student loan company or whatever it is, but make sure it's measurable. You want it to be attainable. You want it to be something that, attainable and reachable, I kind of lump together because you want them to be something that you can reach. So saying, I want to pay $10,000 in student loan debt off this year. Well, then you need to make sure that you are putting so much away each month. So putting that there in front of you, knowing, okay, so if I make X amount of dollars, that's going to go towards that, or however it may be for you in your situation. But making sure it's a measurable goal, something that you can do, and also have a time frame on it. So if you want to be, say, elite, 5-star and elite by the end of the year, you need to help 5 coaches hit Diamond if you're only a Diamond coach. So by what date will you have 2 of them at Diamond? What date will you have all 5 of them at Diamond so that you qualify for elite? If it is paying off your debt by December 31st, break it up. I will have 5,000 paid off by June of 2015. I will have the other 5,000 paid off by December 31st. If you have that time bound and time friendly goals in front of you, then okay, so I have until this date to do this. And if I don't do it, well, that's okay. I'll just push it back a little bit, or I will just change my goals around to make sure that I'm still hitting that mark at the end of the year. But now I have to up my ante and do it a little better and be a little more tight on what I'm doing. So always having goals in front of you is truly key in your business. Knowing what you want to attain, what you want to reach, and why you're doing it. So that goes into tip number 2. What motivates you in this business? We all have our why, and a lot of us, our why is a lot more deep and emotional than others. But when it comes down to it, what motivates you to wake up every morning and work Beachbody? I want you to think about that. It might be that you're helping somebody, or it might be you look forward to getting those messages from your challengers every single day, or you might look forward to helping one more person or interacting and building a relationship with somebody. It might be Thursdays that motivate you, seeing the back office, seeing your paycheck every Thursday, or seeing a new coach sign on, whatever it is. What motivates you? You need to know what motivates you. And you can't compare what motivates you to what motivates me or what motivates the next person. You have to stay on track to what motivates you in your business and in your life. Hey, you might be competitive and you might say, okay, I want to beat this person to diamond, or I want to make sure that, I am doing this and I do it better than this person. That's fine. But in your head, you have to make sure, okay, this is my business and this is why I'm doing it. So yeah, I can kind of push and challenge myself against this coach, but never compare yourself to anyone else's success. Remember, everyone has a different backstory. Everyone came from a different place in their life. Everyone has a different outlook on life. So you cannot compare yourself to Joe and Jane because they're two completely different people than you. They don't have what you have. And what you have is very unique to people. People want to come to you for a reason. So don't sacrifice who you are just so that you can beat somebody else or compare yourself to somebody else. I want you to always stay true to you. Be honest with yourself. If you don't feel that, a goal that you set for yourself is reachable, then think back to yourself and say, is this possible? Am I going to do it? Reach out to your upline and ask them, hey, I'm not sure I'm doing this right. I'm not sure I have what it takes. And get that reassurance that you are where you are for a reason. And you have to be honest with everyone. Don't, when I say don't compare and be honest, I don't want you to, be fake. And I don't want you to just say things because they sound good or because someone else said them and it attracted so many people. I want you to talk how you know how to talk. You reach out to the people you know how to reach out to and get those challengers to invest in you because you are the true person that they know you are. And being consistent with that. I have a few coaches that are in a funk right now and they're like, well, what do I do? Stay consistent. Make sure you're posting, making sure that you are checking in with your challengers, and making sure you're reading your personal development. Because if you stop that, that's not going to help you get out of that funk. And figuring out what it is that, what is it that I do that I feel is successful in my business? Making sure that you're doing it all the time, no matter what. Staying accountable for what you're doing. If that means messaging your upline or messaging a success partner and saying, hey, I'm struggling with this week. Can you help me stay accountable for next week and check in with me and make sure that I did it? If that is sending your business activity tracker or the powers of 3, whatever it is that you're doing daily, make sure you're staying accountable for those making sure that you are sending those to somebody and saying, hey, can you check this, make sure I'm doing everything right? Or, hey, can you keep me accountable for reading my personal development this week? I'm really struggling with finding time to do it. Whatever it is, ask someone to keep you accountable. Ask somebody to, just help you stay on track because you kind of fell off or you just need that extra push this week. Whatever it is, accountability is truly key to making sure that you stay on track with yourself because, yeah, we can all write down goals and we can write down what we're doing, and we're the only ones that know if we actually do it. So if we have that accountability, it will push us a little more. The other thing that I wanted to talk about, and this is the last tip that I really have, is making sure that you're setting goals based on, like, how do I say this? Not just recognition, but based on the business standards, I guess you could say. So a lot of people say that you can hit Emerald in 72 hours. Typically, yeah, you can. You know 2 people out there. I say this all the time. You have a mother, brother, father, sister, a cousin, a best friend, a neighbor, all those people. You can hit Emerald if you really wanted to. Have someone come into this business with you. So your first month should be your month of focusing on hitting Success Club and hitting Emerald. No matter what, those should be on your radar. If you aren't there yet, then I would sit down with your upline and say, hey, I need help. What am I doing wrong? What is what is that thing that I'm doing wrong? What am I not doing to advance? Hitting Emerald is really the start of your business. And that's when you start getting customer leads. You start getting the kind of the recognition that people are like, oh, well, maybe she is committed, or maybe he is committed. So if you aren't Emerald and you've been in this business for over 30 days, check in with your upline and ask them how they can help you reach Emerald. And the other part of that is Success Club. Success Club is your business builder. That is what is going to give you that residual income. That is what is going to push your business forward. That is the one thing, if you look at every single top coach, every elite coach, every successful coach that is making top dollars in this business, what is one thing that is the same with every single one of them? And it's Success Club. It is something that they set as a non-negotiable in their business. And it is something that, yeah, there are going to be months that you kind of struggle because it's a slow month in the fitness world. But if you make that an excuse, you're not going to go anywhere. You need to make that what pushes you. I'm going to prove, like Holly said, she's going to prove that it's going to work. She's going to prove that, the month that is the slowest with fitness, we are going to make it the best month in Beachbody. So making sure that you have Success Club on your radar, you have rank advancements on your radar when you're setting goals for yourself. And every single month, you should change your goals around. If you, have your goals set as, whatever Success Club, 5 or 10, whatever you want to reach, whatever rank advancement you want to go to, or however many coaches you want to join your business. If it's 2, you write down, I want to bring 2 people into this business this month, or whatever it is. But making sure that you are rank advancing and hitting Success Club, because that's showing that you're invested in the business. That shows you want to push in the business, and it's showing your upline that you are serious about what you're doing. You are serious and you want them to give you the time to help advance you even further. It gets hard, especially when you don't have someone that is really working the business with you, or you build your business with discount coaches and you're like, oh, I want that person to go run with me. But remember, even just helping somebody get a discount is helping them. So don't kind of discount them. Like I say all the time, put them in a challenge group. Still show them that you're there for them. But if they came in as a discount coach, they're probably not going to do anything with the business. So don't focus your time on them. You want to focus your time on the people that are working the business. And hey, if you don't have anyone that's working the business in your organization right now, then keep recruiting. Recruiting is going to be something that you want to do and focus on to build your business every single month. So I would say setting a goal of at least one coach every single month. That's easy, right? That's a challenger. One of your challengers that you're bringing in, give them the discount. Or see how successful they are in the challenge group and say, hey, you're inspiring so many. Why not, get the discount and help others? Your challengers are going to be your best coaches because they are a product of the product. They see what you do as a coach, and they have so many people that they could probably help as well. So those are the things that I wanted to talk about tonight. Does anyone have any questions on what I just talked about? And I wanted to share my quote. I'm sorry. It's my quote that I picked for tonight is, don't limit yourself to someone else's opinion of your capabilities. Be you, dream, plan, and execute. When you set your, when you're you set goals that are based around you and your life. You dream big. There is no dream in this world that cannot be accomplished with what we're doing. If you're in this business, you're here to help because you have a bigger purpose than you can even imagine. So keep dreaming, keep planning, and making those dreams come true. No one's opinion on you, period, should defer you or deter you from your goals and what you want to achieve in this business and in your life. So now, does anyone have any questions? If we don't have questions, we can end early.
Nikki, I have a question.
Yes.
So when I signed on to be a coach, I signed on under somebody who was just a discount coach, and she wasn't really working the business, and she still really isn't working the business. So I'm wondering if there's some kind of, I'm sure I'm not the only one that's in this position. And I know that there's someone in my back office that says I'm under her, like I'm signed up under her, but she's not actually I'm not personally sponsored by her. Is there someone that I can reach out to, or should I just throw it out there on the team Facebook page, like someone who wants to kind of mentor me as someone who, I'm so close to being Emerald and I'm just like not making that leap, and I'd like to have someone be able to hold me accountable like you were talking about. Yeah. I don't know if you have any suggestions.
You know what? Since your personally sponsored coach is my personally sponsored coach, is one of my coaches, I will take you under my wing. So basically, I will be your mentor. So just privately message me and we will work together. But yeah, that is something that, it's hard because there are so many people that signed up with a discount coach and they aren't doing anything. So yeah, I will definitely help you. So, and when you said you're so close to diamond, girl, you're so close to diamond, not emerald.
I need someone else to go Emerald under me, and then I'll be there. So,
yes.
Okay.
So yeah, just message me and we'll work together to help you reach your goals.
Okay. Thanks, Nikki.
You're welcome. Anyone else? Yeah, there are a few of you on this call and that work the business that have inactive or not so business savvy coaches. So anytime you need anything, just reach out. In your back office too, you'll see who your Star Diamond upline is. So just reach out to them and ask them, because they're probably more than willing to help you run with your business. Oh, well, I'm honored. Anyone else want to jump on? Ask a question? No? All right, then we are out. It is 9:40 and I'm going to finish my taxes. All right, I will talk to you all next week. And if you have any questions in the meantime, go ahead and ask on the team page, private message me. All right, and have a great Valentine's Day weekend, everyone. Talk to y'all soon.